Positive Intelligence, Why Only 20% of Teams and Individuals Achieve Their True Potential and How You Can Achieve Yours by Shirzad Chamine Book Review. Hello friends, today I am going to review the book Positive Intelligence, Why Only 20% of Teams and Individuals Achieve Their True Potential and How You Can Achieve Yours by Shirzad Chamine. Introducing the saboteurs and the sage. In Greek mythology, King Sisyphus fell from grace and, as punishment, had to push a heavy boulder up a hill, only to watch it roll back down again and again for all eternity. Like Sisyphus, individuals and teams secretly sabotage themselves by getting stuck in repetitive behavior and never achieving their true potential. Your brain is locked in a battle between your saboteurs and your inner sage. Saboteurs are leftover remnants of primitive urges and instincts, such as your flight or fight response mechanism. Saboteurs' negativity can destroy your happiness and performance. Conversely, your sage works to build positivity. Building positive intelligence helps individuals and teams harness the power of positive thinking and overcome their saboteurs. The reason so many of our attempts at improving our success or happiness fizzle is that we sabotage ourselves. More precisely, our minds sabotage us. A high positive intelligence quotient, PQ score, correlates to higher performance and happiness. For example, if your score is 70%, your mind works for you 70% of the time and against you 30% of the time. Individuals with high PQ live longer, healthier lives. Saboteurs. Everyone has her or his own unique mix of the following 10 saboteurs. Avoider. This inner force focuses only on positive experiences, avoids conflict and unpleasant situations, worries about others' feelings, wants to be a peacemaker, and suppresses anger, which eventually festers and boils over. Controller. This saboteur must be in charge, control others, and win competitions, jobs, and challenges. Controllers are prone to high anxiety and impatience. They push to get tasks done no matter what and may upset other people. Hyperachiever, this inner workaholic needs constant validation, is competitive and goal-oriented and avoids emotion. Any self-acceptance is temporary. Hyper-rational, this cold logistician analyzes problems from a distance, wants to master knowledge, disdains emotion, can be cynical, and has limited flexibility. Hypervigilant. This anxious, suspicious, intense saboteur is constantly vigilant and sensitive to danger, suffers burnout, and drives other people away. Pleaser. This negative force does want to help other people, but yearns for their acceptance, needs frequent encouragement and affection, becomes easily offended by lack of recognition, and eventually becomes resentful of the burdens of being helpful. Pleasers make the people they depend upon feel manipulated or guilty about saying no to them. Restless. This sabotaging aspect of a personality needs to stay busy, can't sit still, seeks new experiences, quickly gets bored and frustrated when new experiences grow stale, thinks life is too short, and resists long-lasting relationships. Stickler. The self-critical perfectionist is highly organized, thinks in black and white terms, believes others are lazy, criticizes everybody, and makes others resent his or her impossible standards. Victim. This martyr seeks attention based on painful experiences and has both a mentality and a poor me, no one understands me self-image. Victims swim in negative feelings and make others feel helpless for not alleviating their pain. Judge. This is the universal master saboteur. The other 9 are accomplices who help the judge keep you mired in negative thoughts. Your judge is responsible for most of your disappointment, regret, anger, guilt, shame, and anxiety. The sage. Your sage steps in to defeat your saboteurs. The sage lets you explore and keep an open mind, show compassion and sympathy for others and yourself, innovate and ignore the siren call of your saboteurs. Most people have far more potential than they have tapped. With your sage, you can choose a path that best aligns with your deeper underlying values and mission. To increase your PQ, you must strengthen your sage and weaken your saboteurs, and that you can do. Silence your inner critics. The judge is so destructive because it causes you to criticize yourself, those around you, and your life situation. After author Shirzad Chamine discovered his own judge, he wrote a 5-page letter that described his insecurities and self-doubt and distributed it to 320 of his MBA classmates. He expected his peers to ostracize him, but instead they thanked him and said they felt relieved that they were not alone in their feelings. Unless you tackle and weaken your own internal enemies, we'll call them saboteurs, they will do their best to rob you of any improvements you make. His experiences leading a CEO retreat years later solidified his theory that the judge is universal. Chamine asked the executives to write anonymously about something they had never shared with others for fear of losing credibility, acceptance, or respect. They were relieved to discover common guilt, fear, and shame. 1 minute of being fully present with a loved one has a deeper and more lasting impact on your relationship than spending a whole day together while you have a scattered mind. At work, team members either openly or secretly try to sabotage each other. A collective group of judges is more damaging than a single judge. Workplace judges cause employees to lose time and productivity and to experience anxiety and stress. A judge's most dangerous and pernicious lie is, "You will be happy when," because when never arrives. Your inner judge may say you will be happy when you make your first million or when your children go off to college, but sadly, you'll feel every bit as unfulfilled when the supposedly magical event occurs. The judge is the universal saboteur, the one we all have, a predisposition to exaggerating the negative and assuming the worst is actually good for survival. The judge activates the other saboteurs. Your unique motivations and style affect which saboteurs come into play. Saboteurs work by convincing you that they're helping you. Every time you notice your saboteurs in action and you challenge their behavior, they lose power. You weaken them when you expose their lies. Strengthen your inner wisdom. Activating your sage means accepting whatever happens as a gift or opportunity. Both the sage and the judge provide a snowballing, self-reinforcing perspective and self-fulfilling prophecy. The sage perspective is about accepting what is, rather than denying, rejecting, or resenting what is. Only you can choose between your positive sage and your negative judge. Listen to your sage with the 3 gifts technique. Think of 3 situations where your problem could actually be an opportunity to gain something better. The gains might not be immediate. They may take days, months, or years to reach fruition. All stress is saboteur-generated. Under the sage's influence, you focus on doing what needs to get done, but you don't sweat the outcome. Let the past go without sadness or regret. Use the sage's wisdom to activate 5 powers that will help you overcome saboteurs and strengthen your positive emotions. Those powers are empathy. This power lets you connect with your feelings and help others overcome their difficulties. To energize your empathy, visualize the child. Remember how excited and curious you were as a child. Everything was new and beguiling. Nourish that sense of childlike wonder and caring in your life. Exploration. Pretend that you are a fascinated anthropologist, a keen observer and discoverer of what simply is, without trying to judge, change, or control the situation. Innovation. Saboteurs interfere with your ability to innovate. Generate as many new ideas as you can and don't reject any of them. Let your ideas gain traction. Strengthen your power of innovation by playing the yes and power game, which involves saying yes to one idea and permitting another to immediately follow. Navigation. If you find yourself in a rut, use this 4th power to follow your internal compass, which always guides you in the right direction. Choose a path that is meaningful for you. Decisive action to prevent saboteurs from thwarting your plans. Reflect back on your life choices. What changes would you make? When you have a calm attitude and a quiet, focused mind, you're ready to use the sage's 5th power. Take action. Saboteurs do far greater damage when they do their work while hiding under the radar, pretending they are your friend or pretending they are you. Your saboteurs will use different tactics to achieve the same goal, to prevent you from taking action. The avoider and restless saboteurs will try to get you to duck any pressing issue. Hypervigilant will waste your time and energy on needless side tasks. The controller and stickler will slow you down by unleashing your inner perfectionist. Anticipate the saboteur's power plays before they strike. Build up your PQ brain muscles. Your saboteurs feed your survivor brain, while your sage feeds your PQ brain. The judge and saboteur accomplices helped humanity's primitive ancestors survive danger from predators and natural disasters. But exercising the same survivalist instincts today can trap you in a negative cycle of stress and anxiety. Empathizing is about feeling and showing appreciation, compassion, and forgiveness. Empathy has 2 targets, yourself and others. Both are important. To strengthen your PQ brain muscles, do 100 mental PQ reps a day. A PQ rep is an exercise that calls for repeatedly devoting 10 seconds to awareness of the physical sensations in your body and your 5 senses. Think about your physical reactions. Slow down and smell the food you eat. Notice the sensation of touch as you brush your hair and listen closely to the sounds of nature as you walk outside. Be fully present for 10 seconds when hugging a loved one or pet. The set of beliefs and assumptions that we operate under form the walls of your own box. When you first start a new routine, staying on track can be difficult. Your saboteurs will berate you for forgetting or will claim you don't have time to exercise instead of work. Don't let them deter you from your mental and physical goals. Do not let them interfere. You can easily accomplish your PQ reps by incorporating them into your normal daily routine or executing a PQ rep for 10 seconds each time you sense a saboteur's presence. Your PQ brain muscles have remained underdeveloped over the years while your survivor brain muscles have been on steroids. Breaking old habits and forming new ones takes 3 weeks. After studying patients with amputated limbs, plastic surgeon Dr. Maxwell Maltz concluded that it took 21 consecutive days to develop new brain pathways and replace old ones. To achieve lasting results, do 100 PQ reps each day for 21 consecutive days. Measuring PQ. Your PQ ranges from 0 to 100% and represents the percentage of time you think positively versus negatively. When you think positively, your sage holds the power. The opposite is true when you think negatively. That empowers your saboteurs. Learn your PQ score by taking a short test at positiveintelligence.com. Take the test on different days to ensure accuracy. The fastest and most efficient way to increase achievement and performance is to increase PQ, not potential. Applying PQ to life. Balance work and life issues by using your PQ with yourself and with your children, mates, supervisors, and coworkers. In the office, your PQ will affect your team. When individuals strengthen their PQ scores, they can raise their collective team PQ. Your mind is your best friend, but it is also your worst enemy. When you spend time with your spouse and children, pay attention to them and not your smartphone. Spending an hour or two of quality time together often is better than taking a week's vacation together and incessantly checking your email. When your sage is in control, you won't need as much time off as you do when saboteurs are zapping your energy. Teach your children how to label their own sage and saboteurs so they too can increase their PQ and be happier. Instead of focusing on your children's outer accomplishments, help them turn inward to identify their feelings. Individuals with high PQ enjoy lower stress and healthier lifestyles. Obesity is common because many people overeat for psychological reasons, including boredom, sadness, anxiety, or restlessness. You will eat less once you employ your PQ brain because you will slow down and savor every bite. You can also use PQ to improve in sports. Athletes who are in the zone are able to focus precisely because they take time to notice the sensations around them. Takeaways. Your mind can work for you or against you. You can learn to make it work for you. A high positive intelligence quotient, PQ, leads to better performance, greater achievement, less stress, and more happiness. Invisible saboteurs and your inner sage fight for supremacy in your brain. Your various saboteurs, like the controller and the stickler, use different tactics to achieve the same goal, preventing you from taking action. Your sage uses 5 powers to overcome the saboteurs: empathy, exploration, innovation, navigation, and decisive action. To build PQ, strengthen your sage and PQ brain muscles by doing PQ reps. Spend 10-second intervals being aware of your body and the input of your 5 senses. Weaken your saboteurs by doing a PQ rep each time you sense their presence. Hug your pet or loved one while being fully present for 10 seconds. Heeding your sage instead of your saboteurs can increase your PQ score. When individuals strengthen their PQ scores, they can raise their team's collective PQ. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.